Before we talk any Browns, we got to remind you about Lincoln Electric. Lincoln Electric is our sponsor of Brown Talks. Lincoln Electric now hiring for great jobs. The experts in all manufacturing and welding fields of electric needs. Lincoln Electric, check them out. Let's talk about Watson.
Yeah, let's talk. We'll get to Greg Newsome and what's kind of brewing with him. But first, Deshaun Watson. So there's two. We've kind of forgotten about all the off-the-field stuff because it's mostly been settled. But there are still two remaining civil cases. In terms of Deshaun Watson's ability to play, I believe they're a non-factor. I think they're all incorporated in his suspension that's already now behind him. But he does have to, from a legal perspective, deal with these two cases that are still going on. There was supposed to be a deposition yesterday. Apparently, the other lawyer, is it the same guy still, or is this a different lawyer?
Different.
This is not Busby. Do you want me to give you the kindergarten explanation of what
go
happened
ahead.
real quick?
Yeah, right.
We spoke to two lawyers yesterday to help us dive into this because I am not a legal expert. And Stevie, of this and your next graphic. But there was initially a deposition set for April 6th. That's last Thursday.
Yeah.
The plaintiff's attorney was sick, so they had to reschedule. The plaintiff's attorney asked to have it held yesterday on the 10th, a day they knew Watson would be unable to attend.
Why would he be unable to attend?
Those details were not out, but it was a day that they had agreed upon previously that was not something that would work for Watson's schedule.
So he's playing games.
The Texas judge then quashed that motion, said, no, we're not going to make Deshaun be at that April 10th deposition hearing. That's what the quash means.
Yeah.
It just kind of delays it, pushes it down the road. The new date for that deposition is yet to be determined. However, it is a tough look for the plaintiff's attorney intentionally picking a day that was previously agreed upon that Watson would be unable to attend, and now this just gets kicked down the line.
It's all lawyer tricks and nonsense. They're just, they're just trying to get more money in their pockets. I don't know. Do we make anything of this? To me, it's nothing with nothing. Brad, anything from you?
I think that they will agree upon a date in the future that they both can attend to. Right? It's not that he's getting out the deposition. He's going to be deposed at some point in time. There's probably a 1-day, 2-day max deposal, in what I'm thinking, and then at the end it's just going to go its normal course.
Yeah.
So I'm not making more out of it than it is.
Are you guys surprised that they haven't been able to settle these last two cases? Because you'd think at this point they'd want to settle.
No, I'm listening to Watson's attorney. He said we're not paying any more cases that we don't think that that people think that we're guilty on, right? Yeah. He said I'm not doing that no more. Right?
I would just assume, though, at some point, if you're Watson, you just, like with the original settlements, you just
because some of the stuff, Bull, I saw, some of the stuff that's coming out of their camp that I'm reading online, are like, this is real fishy stuff going on here, right?
With these two cases?
Yeah, it's like, at least it is one.
Okay. It's not the same lawyer for these two remaining cases?
No, this one in particular is for the 26th accusation, who is the one not represented by Tony Busby.
Okay, so there's still one left out there with Busby.
There's one Busby, one
and then
non-Busby.
This guy is a different attorney with a different woman. Okay.
Yeah, I'm. At some point, you just say, "No, I'm not doing that." You want to get everything done and out the way, Bull. But sometimes when you look at the case that's put in front of you and you hear some of the, I guess, details of it, you're like come on, man, and then it just seems like a lawyer that's playing tricks, he's trying to play the Busby role, like he's looking at his playbook, seeing if that playbook will work. Now, if you already decided that the man can't be there, why would you say I'm sick? But then I'm sick today, but tomorrow, when would you like to reschedule? Tomorrow. You do know we've already said we can't be here on that day. It's at the end of the day, they'll deal with it. I don't think it's a big deal. I just think it's the normal goings of what you're talking about with lawyers. Like you said, no one should be fooled. It's all about getting the maximum amount of dollars in this case at the end of the day. And the more the lawyer gets for the plaintiff, the more he stands to make, or he or she stands to make. So
and that doesn't necessarily mean we don't know at this point. I'll be honest, I'm not paying attention to these two specific cases, as you can tell. I wanted to be behind, and so we could just completely move on. But ultimately, it is all about money, which is obvious because it's not a criminal case. It's a civil case. The only result here is that Deshaun Watson's going to have to pay money or not pay money. I mean, there's nothing else that's going to happen. So ultimately, you would think they'd want to settle. But maybe, as you say, maybe this one particular case with this other, obviously, if nothing else, Rusty Hardin thought the original cases, or at least many of them, had some level of merit, or he wasn't able to disprove them because they agreed to settle. If this one is so ridiculous,
I don't know that that's the case either. The level of merit, I don't
Yeah.
think is the case. I think at some point he made a decision to just
move it behind.
Just move
okay,
behind.
I mean, that's fair. We don't know.
Right.
Who knows what the hell happened? I think everybody here is, let's be honest, I think most people here don't care at this point.
Right.
I think everybody just kind of wants to move on.
It's not the same type of urgency as it was last year.
No,
Well, no.
because there's no
No.
suspension hanging out
There's
there.
no-
That's
there's-
over.
there's
And I think from what I'm picking up here, I think there's a difference between the two cases here.
It seems that way.
This
yeah.
one here seems to be on another scale, and the other one is
Yeah.
totally different. This was one that was one of the originals, and she was like, "I'm not taking a plea on
Yeah.
this. I'm not cutting a deal with this.
Right.
We're going all the way on this."
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that, Mikey?
When we talk about Newsom, our guy Brad, who we like, it's getting ugly out there for him. Newsom has responded to his tweet. Mary Kay has come out. Are we done with Watson? Are we ready to move on? To
Yeah,
the
I
main
think
event?
we're all ready to move on.
Yeah. Let's get to
So-
this.